Good morning or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this. Are you ready for some stories? Hi, everyone. This is Tricia from the library. This is our second week of March of doing story times on our YouTube channel. We're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day because that's coming up really fast. It's hard to fit everything in. We had so much in March. We had Read Across America. I hope you read some Dr. Seuss books. We have spring coming up. We're going to do that. Hopefully next month we'll be able to meet maybe in the parking lot or over at the beach or maybe at the town forest. We're keeping our fingers crossed that everybody stays healthy and we can start meeting again in person. So let me switch the camera. We're going to read some books today about St. Patrick's Day and rainbows and colors. Switch the camera so you can actually see the book. 10 Little Leprechauns. This is a scholastic book. It's written by Catherine Heiling, and the pictures are by Deborah Hembrook. Oh, I'm sorry. No, those are both the authors. The illustrations are by Jay Johnson. So Jay Johnson drew all the pictures in this book. 10 Lucky Leprechauns. It has great pictures. Hard to show the whole book. Move the camera over a little bit. How's that? Can you see it? The woods are full of leprechauns and treasures to uncover. Fiddle-dee-fizz, there's magic there is when leprechauns find each other. One leprechaun hears a noisy wee elf who's playing a squawky kazoo. Fiddle-dee-fuzz, 'tis magic it is. It's leprechaun number 2. So 1, 2. Do you have a kazoo? Kazoos make a funny noise when you blow them. 2 leprechauns find a busy wee elf who's painting an orange spotted tree. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. It's leprechaun number 3. Wonder why he's painting orange spots on the tree. Three leprechauns spy a nimble wee elf who romps on the green forest floor. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. It's leprechaun number 4. Sounds like they're talking about a lot of colors in this book, aren't they? 4 leprechauns see a silly wee elf who splats in a belly flop dive. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. Here's leprechaun number 5. Looks like he's drinking some lemonade. 5 leprechauns watch a jolly wee elf who's practicing juggling tricks. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. It's leprechaun number 6. 6 leprechauns spot a speedy wee elf who zooms by, engines a-revvin'. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. It's leprechaun number 7. Seven leprechauns glimpse a lively wee elf who's balancing on an old gate. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. That's leprechaun number 8. Eight leprechauns view a frisky wee elf who's zipping through trees on a vine. Fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. There's leprechaun number 9. There's a lot of rhyming words in this book also. 9 leprechauns meet a clever wee elf who's hunting for treasure, and then fiddle-dee-fizz, 'tis magic it is. It's leprechaun number 10. What are leprechauns supposed to be looking for? 10 leprechauns find a big pot of gold at the place where the bright rainbow ends. Fiddle-dee-fizz, the true magic is finding 10 leprechaun friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're looking for a pot of gold, right? Have you heard that story about leprechauns? Leprechauns are mischievous little elves or wee people that are always looking at the end of the rainbow for a pot of gold. Here's another book I found, The Itsy Leprechaun. Itsy Bitsy. Do you know that story about the itsy bitsy spider? This is the Itsy Bitsy Leprechaun. This is written by Jeff Burton and illustrated by Sanja Reskek. This one should be easy to see because it's one of the board books. The Itsy Bitsy Leprechaun was hiding pots of gold. Down came a rainbow, colorful and bold. There it is, pot of gold. Out came his friends and they all began to look for the perfect four-leaf clover hidden in its nook. Have you ever seen a four-leaf clover? They're supposed to bring you good luck. The Itsy Bitsy Leprechaun loved to search and find. With his good luck, he was magical and kind. They found the plant, and the leprechaun did say, "May the sun shine upon you. Happy St. Patrick's Day." This is a four-leaf clover. Usually we have clover that grows in our grass, and they usually have 3 leaves. But if you find one that has 4, it's said to bring you good luck. That's a cute little book about leprechauns. I wanted to read you a book about a rainbow. And normally we read books that are fiction like this. This was a made-up story that someone thought of. So Catherine and Deborah thought of all the words in this story, and then Jay drew the pictures to go with it. This is somebody's imagination that wrote this book. This book, and this one is a library book. You can take it out of the library. It's called The Rainbow and You. It is written by E.C. Krupp, and the illustrations are by Robin Rector Krupp. This is what we call a nonfiction book. So the information in this book is real. It's not from someone's imagination. And this is a pretty long book. And I'm not going to read you all of the pages because it's just too big to read for story time. I'm just going to read you some of the pages. And this is a really big book, so it's going to be hard to see. There's the pretend pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Some people say there was a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but it's never been found. But the real treasure of a rainbow is its colors. You see the colors here? Red, orange, yellow, little green, little blue, little purple. Sometimes purple's called violet. ROYGBIV. You see that? Those are the letters in the order of the rainbow. R is for red, O is for orange, Y is for yellow, G is for green, B is for blue, I is for a color called indigo. It's a kind of mixture of blue and purple, and V is for violet. Violet is another word for purple. We usually call it purple. If you remember that, Roy G. Biv, that is the order of the color. And the words here say Roy G. Biv gets its name from the 7 colors of the rainbow. He is a rainbow expert and he knows all about lighting and special effects. Some people use his name to remember the colors of the rainbow. If you got your craft bag to do our crafts for Crafty Thursdays, Crafting Crew, there's a science experiment is really what it is that I included in your packet for this week. The rainbow, look, there's another one here. The things you need to form a rainbow are sun and rain equal rainbow. It takes more than rain to make a rainbow. It also takes sunshine. Whenever you look at a rainbow, the sun is behind you. This sign says you are here. The sun has to be behind you. The falling raindrops in the distance that are in front of you are like a movie screen. The sunlight hits the raindrops and the rainbow appears. The rainbow gets its name from the shape of from the weather that makes it happen. It's an arch. A long time ago, people thought the rainbow looked like a bow and arrow because they saw the bow, of the color only when it was raining. They called it rainbow. See, this is a bow for the bow and arrow, and it's shaped in an arc. Remember, I'm not going to read you all of these pages. It has a lot of information in it. Look at that. We're going to skip to this page. There's a rainbow of color in your box of crayons, but some of those crayons have colors that you'll never see in a rainbow. You probably have a black crayon, but black is not really a color. We see black when there is no light, and when there is no light, there is no color. Browns, grays, and other hues are mixtures, the sunlight that can't be put into a rainbow. This page talks about Isaac Newton. He's the scientist that first explained how a rainbow is formed. That might be interesting to get more information on. This is a prism. Do you have one of those? You can make a rainbow through that. The light shines in and then it bends the color and it comes out as a rainbow. Again, there's some information in your packet for crafts this week that talks about this. Let's see, I marked off the pages that I wanted to read to you. I think there's one more. And then we have a book about colors that we're going to read. Most of the rainbows that most of the raindrops that make your rainbow about 2 miles away from where you are. But you can make your own nearby rainbow with a hose. Stand with your back towards the sun and spray the water in front of you. The rainbow is right in front of you in the water stream. Sometimes you can see rainbow colors without the bow. Sometimes you see it in a puddle that has oil in it, bubbles, pearls, some shells, some seashells, and even a CD will reflect the colors of the rainbow. Again, check in your craft bag. There's a rainbow experiment in there for you. We're going to read one more quick book about colors. This is a good time to talk about colors since we're talking about rainbows. What is color? This is a Crabtree Publishing Company book, and it was written by Bobby Coleman. And it doesn't say who did the illustrations. Oh, Barbara Bedell, Jeanette McCollin, Vanessa Pearson, Bonnie Rouse, and Margaret Amy Salter. There's also photographs in this book by Dreamtime.com, iStock Photos, Shutterstock. Excuse me. There's a lot of different pictures in this book. We always like to give credit to the people who either took the photograph or drew the pictures. A rainbow of colors. Colors come from sunlight. You can see the colors of sunlight in rainbows. The colors in rainbows are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Food can also make a rainbow of colors. What color is a tomato? Did you say red? How about an orange? That's easy. An orange is orange. Is that better? How about a banana? Yellow. Sometimes we sign when we're doing story time. This is the sign for yellow. This is the letter Y, and you shake it. What color are apples? Well, apples can be different colors, can't they? They can be red or green or even yellow. How about blueberries? The name of that gives it away, blueberries. What color are grapes? Can grapes be different colors? I think they can. Red, purple. Sometimes it's called globe grapes, and I'm not quite sure why, because they're round. They're also white grapes. It's funny how they name things, right? All grapes are round, but why are some called globe grapes instead of just the color? Because these are white grapes and these are red grapes. I don't know, kind of silly. Grapes, because they kind of are purple. Some flowers are red. Some fruits are too. Which red foods are liked by you? Orange butterflies sit on an orange flower. Do you know the name of these orange butterflies? Monarch butterflies. A tiger's fur is also orange, but a tiger's stripes are black. It's also what? There's one more color in there. Can you tell me what it is? Orange, black, and white. And actually he's a little pink on his nose too. What in the sky that is yellow, round, and hot? Did you guess the sun or did you not? The colors on this page are yellow, orange, red. These colors are called warm colors. I wonder why they're called warm. Why do you think? Because the sun is warm? It's also the colors that you'll see in a fire. On a yellow flower sits a yellow bee. There is a yellow spider too, but it is very hard to see. The bee is now the spider's food. Do you find that rather rude? This is the spider right here, and it's hard to see because it's camouflaged, right? This is a library book. You could actually take this book out and read it. Remember, I'm not reading all the words on some of these books. It is a beautiful green world out there. Green plants are growing everywhere. It is a beautiful world when we care. We must care of this planet that we share. That lizard, I believe this is an anole. There's some other animals too that are all green. Remember, this book is called What Color Is It? And it's looking at nature. This is another nonfiction book. The sky is blue, the water is blue. What color are the leaves? Are they blue too? Blue and green are called cool colors. So we had warm colors and then cool colors. Wonder why. Roses are red, violets are blue. What color do these violets look to you? Violet is another name for purple. It is also the name of a flower. All these flowers are violets. Which violets look purple? Which violets look blue? These are very cool little flowers. Sometimes they're called violas also. I have them growing in my lawn in the summertime. Ooh, white and black. Oh, look, penguins. We just talked about those last week, right? And Arctic animals. Snow is white. Ice is white. Penguins live on snow and ice. Penguins have white and black feathers. Their thick feathers keep them warm in their icy homes. Zebras have white bodies with black stripes. Oh, what other animals are black and white? There's a lot of them. Can you name some of them? You can make colors. You can make new colors just by adding 3 colors together. These 3 colors are called primary colors. Red, yellow, blue. Red, yellow, blue are called primary colors. And when you mix 2 of these together, it will mix up a new color. There's also some color charts in your craft bag, so you can mix up colors. Another nonfiction book from the library. This book and this book you can borrow from the library. And I'm going to switch the camera back so you'll see my face instead of the book. There we go. So I hope you had fun with me today reading about mischievous leprechauns and rainbows and colors. I hope you picked up a craft bag and you can do some color experiments. And I'll see you next week, which will be the 16th of March already. Boy, that flies by fast. We're going to talk about spring next week. We had to talk about St. Patrick's Day today and then spring next week because it was hard to fit everything in this month of March. So you guys have a good week. Maybe I'll see you at Zoom story time. And I hope if you got a craft bag, you have fun crafting. Bye, guys.